you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm all right.
Rutgers and Illinois were both a couple of those opponents last year that, um, they kind of play a certain way. They were really competitive and all that stuff, and that's maybe something that Purdue didn't always match. What do you think is different this year about that in that sense?
Um, I don't think it's anything different from their side of it, but I think it's definitely different from ours as far as just guys being hungrier and really wanting to win this game, considering they had our number last year.
Right. Right. Do you feel this team is a little bit tougher now than it was last season in situations like that, especially going on the road, whatever the road kind of means this year in the Big Ten?
Yeah, I think so. I think, like I said, we got a lot of guys who are kind of. Everybody didn't play, but everybody kind of saw guys like Brandon Mason. They saw when we played those teams. And they know what to expect. And we played teams like that already this year. So I think it'll just be another adjustment for us to be able to make and have to make.
Yeah. Um, your freshmen seem pretty. They kind of have that edge to them, don't they? In terms of what you saw from Jaden and Brandon against Maryland, what you've seen probably all season from Mason, they seem pretty well suited for these sort of games. I would think,
Yeah,
don't they?
yeah, for sure. And I think that's what'll what'll help us a lot, especially because they are younger. So yeah, it can only get better uh, in that playing style for us, and us being able to be versatile while still playing the way we play. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It'll be big for us, especially with these next couple games.
Did you see that game maybe being some kind of turning point for Jaden, for him to have the sort of game he had? Um, Obviously, after coming back from the injury and going through some ups and downs.
Yeah, for sure. You always, kind of being an older guy, you always like seeing uh, the younger guys get going, especially in games like that. That ended up being uh, a big win for us for sure, and it was a tight game, and we definitely needed all the all the freshmen what they did in that game. So yeah.
Right. Kind of the same deal for Brandon. What's kind of impressed you about him this season in terms of his preparedness for this after his redshirt year?
He's walking out. um, Sorry, can you ask that question again? I didn't hear the end.
What's impressed you about Brandon this year in terms of how prepared he's been coming out of his redshirt year? For moments like the ones he thrived in against Maryland.
I think it's him. He always wants to get better, no matter whether it's on the offense and defense end. Trying to be a leader at a young age and being able to kind of put us on his back for about 2.5 minutes during that game was big, and especially from an offensive standpoint. Um, we needed buckets. We needed points to match with them when they were coming back and they were on their run. So I think it was really big for him, and I think it helped his confidence a lot.
Yeah, obviously played the one game at Iowa so far, but what are the unique challenges of playing on the road in the Big Ten this year without fans there? The road in the Big Ten is kind of defined by the fans, but what was Iowa like, and what do you expect Rutgers and Illinois to be like?
Um, Iowa, they had a couple fans. Rutgers or Illinois, I don't think they're allowing fans in at all. So uh, I think that, I guess it levels the playing field a little bit. um, but it's always a little different when you go play at somebody else's place. Um, because it's their place. So just that's another adjustment we'll have to make, especially we got some younger guys. So um, I think this will be all of our first time doing this.
Right. I'd imagine you're still pretty considerably outside your comfort zone in terms of what a road game would have been like last year, where you probably could have had a different routine that you used to prepare yourself to play, and now that might even be a little bit different.
Yeah, but not really. You don't really like kind of think of fans when you're trying to prepare for a game, I guess. I mean, the fans are kind of, as much as we love them, it's just an addition, and especially, I mean, in this case, it's not something we really think about. We know we have to bring our own energy on the road either way.
Right.
So, yeah.
I assume you guard Geo Baker, just the challenges of stopping him or trying to slow him down.
Yeah. I mean, we all know he's a good player, and he's tricky. He can get hot at any time, which is kind of the toughest part about guarding guys like that. Especially, I mean, last year kind of kept him under wraps for majority of the game, and then he gets hot at the end. So just trying to slow that down, and teams have runs too, but he's one of those players who can have his own individual runs. Uh, so yeah, it's probably a big assignment to keep that under control.
Yeah, between Geo Baker tomorrow and then Io this weekend, this is probably a big week for you. How do you feel like what next step you feel like you've taken as a defender this year?
I mean, I think I'm a lot more confident in myself when I'm guarding these guys. Um, I think that's probably just the biggest difference is knowing I can handle the assignment and do what I have to do for us to win.
I'm good, thank you, Eric.
Yep.
Carmen?
Hey, Eric, just you alluded to it a little bit earlier in talking about Brandon and Jaden, but do you feel like you just have more guys that can carry you through stretches this year compared to last year, or just maybe just they have that kind of experience, or they have that kind of this is what these kind of players do?
Yeah. I mean, I think everybody on our team knows that we have options, especially on the offensive end. And I think that's what helps us the most, our versatility. And you never know. I mean, in both team, you never know who it is that's gonna, hurt you on what night. So I think that I can see that as a good reason. Um, Not a good reason, but just a way for us to be more versatile in different situations, different type of games.
You guys have rebounded well all year. How much is that an emphasis with the guards to make sure that you guys are helping out in that area?
It's a huge emphasis because, I mean, the big dudes are down there banging. They bang. So for us to be able to come and clean up some of those, it's big, especially, some them dudes are hitting each other so much that they don't even get the ball sometimes. So when we can come get those, it's always good.
But when a guy like Brandon rebounds the way he does, especially at the defensive end, what does that allow you guys to do offensively?
It just allows us to. I mean, because when you outlet the ball, you get it to your guards, and if our guards can get it, that saves us about maybe 2-3 seconds, and gives us kind of advantage to start our break and start making the plays we want to make on the offense end.
All right. Thank you.
Yep.
Anything else for Eric? Cool. Thank you, Eric.
Thank you, Eric.